Hey, hey. So, let me just set everything. Okay. Before we start, I would just like to say thank you for everyone new joining me in my group. And yes, this Facebook Live, it's about long sleeping parts. And I just want to let you know that I'm not gonna be giving you any bullshit, and also yeah, today we are not gonna talk about only love and light, so we are gonna dive deep, just to let you know. And this is also how I do my sessions. Like, we really go deep within and we see, look into different parts and different layers of us, and in order for us to understand ourselves, everyone around us. So yeah, that's it. Just a little introduction to everything. Okay, so the first question that I want to give you is: did you always feel like something was missing in your life? Like things were repeating in your life over and over again, and you didn't understand why. So you didn't understand what is the lesson in this situation. So if there is anything like this, this topic today, it's gonna be really interesting for you. Okay. So, long sleeping parts. These are parts that were rejected, suppressed, that were unwanted, unaccepted. Mostly it starts with our family, so in our family and also in society, because you were different in any kind of way. So, another reason why this could happen is because there were no place and no understanding, nobody to share these parts of you with, and maybe because of that, you felt weird or anything like this. Okay, so the most sacred connection that we have in our life is with our parents and with our mother. When we are in our in her belly, we are connected with umbilical cord. So this connection stays, and it's we were created by both of them, but relationship with our mother and how we felt inside of the body, it's really important. So in our family, in the relationships that we have had with our parents, with our brothers, sisters, with our mother, with our father, this is where all the seeds were planted. So yeah, that's why this is then affecting us so much later on in life. So take note: the parts that were rejected, unaccepted by your parents, are the parts that you reject later on your path as well. So those are the parts that you disconnect yourself from, because that experience was too painful. It was really painful. For example, if your mother didn't accept you the way you are, and the same goes with your father or with your brother or with your sister. So sometimes, and we have these challenges in different relationships with our friends, with our partners, that yeah, sometimes with everything that is going on, we are actually opening up the wounds from our past. Um, so yeah, it's really important to look in those parts, the long sleeping parts that are always there, and sometimes it's easier to cut everything and just pretend that it doesn't exist than to actually see how things actually are. Okay, so before we go on, I just want you to know that some of the pictures may be disturbing to you. Um, and yeah, just wanted to let you know before we go further, because you can decide if you want to go further, if you want to go deeper or not. So I'm sharing this because I care, and also for you to awaken maybe those parts of yourself, and maybe feel if there was something like this happening for you in your family, in the relationships with them, or is maybe still happening. So here I first have a picture of this little boy who you can see that it's really sad, and for a child of this age to see that in his eyes, you can see that he went through and is going through a lot. Okay. So then we have another picture of a child who is angry and really, really angry with what is going on for him. So just observe, and you have also a mirror, a reflection here, and this is what I want to encourage you to observe. How much anger do you have with your parents, or like I said, how did you feel in your childhood? How many times did they shut you off? Did they just didn't allow you to speak your truth, to be maybe loud or happy? Or how many times did you feel that you are maybe too much or not enough? And how many times were you sad because of all those reasons? How much pain was there in your childhood? And also this picture with this kid just wanting to, go away, and it's just too much for him, everything that is going on. And here is also a girl in a teenager year, a teenager, which also for girls, body transformation and everything that is happening at the time, it can be really challenging, and a lot of the times people make fun of them, and just of all the changes that they are going through, and also they are hormonal, and it's a huge transformation and change in their bodies. So I just wanted to put this out there to maybe be more considerable with your teenagers, with your kids. And of course, also for men, this transformation is with them, more with their voice and hair and all of that stuff. So of course, it's also challenging, can be really challenging. So this picture is showing a kid who is really scared, and sad, and doesn't feel safe. This picture is of someone who was sexually abused, and I also wanted to put this out because so many pedophiles and all this ring is now just being caught and everything is coming up to the surface, and just let us send love to all the victims of sexual abuse or sexual trafficking. And I also wanted to put here what is child abuse and a definition, and I'm just going to read it. Child abuse, an unexpected form of mistreatment of a child, whereby the survival, safety, self-esteem, growth, and development of the child are endangered. So why I decided to share all these pictures? Because these are the reasons why we disconnect ourselves from different parts of ourselves. So you are brave to go with me through this, and you can be proud of yourself to even do that, to even go deep inside, to even taking this time for yourself, and also that you are prepared to change. Okay, so the question now is, like I said, what kind of parents did you have? What kind of relationships do you have with them? Relationship do you have with them? So also what I wanted to stress here is for you to know that people that were mistreated, that were wounded, if they don't do anything about it, these are also people that will wound other people from many different reasons. Yeah, they just become and they first treat themselves the way they were treated, and then also, of course, treat others. But we are going to go through to this in the next slides. So if that was the case for you, and for everyone, like all our healing that is necessary in this lifetime, it stems from our family and from the relationships and everything that was happening there, or any other traumatic experience, because this is when we cut those parts away from us. Okay, so for that, an ancestral, to heal the family stuff, the ancestral healing is really important, and you have different ways of and techniques of working on that. And also, know that if your parents were treating you like this, they for sure were treated the same. And why am I explaining that? Because this is not an excuse, but for you to understand them better, for deeper understanding, because this will help you to heal all this and to forgive, and this will bring you freedom, actually. So the last part of the healing process is forgiveness, because we first have to go through all these different stages, and also when our boundaries were crossed, also going into anger and allowing ourselves to feel the anger is also really important. And I'm mentioning anger here because this is one of the emotions, and also, of course, pain, that is the most judged and rejected. So another question is, what kind of parent are you to yourself? So how are you treating yourself? And I chose this picture here with the heart, where your head is, where your brain is, because everything starts with rewiring your brain, with rewriting all these patterns. And I love these pictures because it shows also so many faces of you and everything that we are, and the way we are perfect. So I really invite you to really go deeper and observe. Let's go further to observe what kind of relationship do you have with yourself. So another note, until you dive deep within and until you become aware of different ancestral patterns that are affecting you in your life and different traumatic experiences that are still affecting you in your life, and because of that you are reacting and acting from fear, you are defending yourself, and you are not acting the way and doing steps the way you want to, um, from love to yourself. Until then, you are mostly treating yourself the same way they did, so your parents did. So this is happening for many people totally unaware, um, and that's why I'm really encouraging you, start observing this. So what can you do about it? Like I said, observe all the expectations, all the pressure you are putting on yourself daily. How much, for example, you are expecting from yourself to be perfect, but you are perfect the way you are. So this perfect actually means that you are trying to be who they want you to be. So you are trying to be someone who you actually are not. So instead of instead of that, allow yourself to express your needs, your desires, and choose yourself, because when you will express yourself, then you will be vibrating with this frequency, and you will attract your tribe, the people that you are really connected with on soul level. Another thing that you can do is, and it's really important in this process, is being present and is being grounded. So be conscious of the situations and people that unground you, that you would like to just remove yourself from these relationships and situations. So I encourage you to really see what you are avoiding, look into what you are avoiding actually, what is this triggering, what is this opening from your past, and what is there that you don't want to see, that you don't want to feel. Because, like I wrote here, the only way to heal is to feel. And the third thing that you can do is that you listen to your inner child and that you give it whatever it needs, that you are kind, loving, patient with yourself, because this process of healing and rewriting and rebuilding, it's a process, and it takes time. You are living different way for the whole life. Okay, so know also that you are not stuck in this situation anymore because you are not a kid. So you are not stuck in this family, because this is why we then also feel stuck in our life, like we don't have a choice, like we cannot do things differently. So you know that you are a grown up now, and that you are not and see also the relationship, where are you depending on people, because this everything stems from your childhood. So know that you don't need to creating depending relationships anymore, and know that all the power is within you, that you can do things differently now, because now is the moment where and when we change our past, present, and future. So do things differently. Don't do it all over again the same. Don't go into the same cycle over and over again. That's exhausting, and it's really painful. It can be really painful. So choose yourself and live your life for yourself, not for others, not to please others, and live your life the way you want to. So one of the aspects that I wanted to mention here, because this year's purpose is to really step in your power, and it's the year of 2020, so it's 2020, and this frequency, because its double number is then even stronger. But I wrote a lot about this. You can check that in my previous posts. But yeah, one of the aspects is healing the relationship with yourself, so you can really step in your power and can really be who you are. And the other is healing relationships, a relationship that you have with your parents, relationship that you have with your mother and father, so it can come to balance between masculine and feminine, because this year is about duality coming into unity. Yeah, I think here is a mistake, but yeah, it's okay. I don't know what I wanted to add, but yeah, let's go further. Oh, okay. So, like I said, you have the power now. All the power is in you. Become the creator of your life. Allow yourself to rewrite old patterns. And in order to do that, like I said, you have to face the past. And also, this includes breaking illusions about our parents, about our mother, about our father, and mostly, if we have any problems in relationships with our friends, with our partners, this is stemming from our relationship with our parents. So, and if we are still torturing ourselves, we are still choosing to rather believe that they are perfect, and rather taking everything on yourself, and over thinking that there is something wrong with you, that you have to change something, and so on and so on. So really allow yourself to see how things are, to face the truth, and really allow yourself to do things differently, to break this cycle, and and accept the choices that will support you, not the choices that will harm you. So I've mentioned this many times. Everything starts with you. So everything starts with healing the relationship with yourself. And with that, what is opening relationship with your mother and father, because this is allowing you to understand why you treat yourself that way and why you allow others to treat you this way. So let me see. Yeah, and the relationship that you have with yourself is a base for all the relationships in your life. And before that, base for everything is your family. But when you realize that you have the power and you can change everything, the base is relationship that you have with yourself. So step out of this and don't feel stuck anymore. So let us now just put intention to reconnect with all these long lost sleeping parts of ourselves, and accept them. Not just connect with them, but also accept them, accept ourselves the way we are. And this process, like I tried to mention and try to stress here, can be painful, can be stressful. So just allow yourself to go just step by step, and just as much as you can do at the moment. don't put pressure on yourself, and try more trust in yourself, in your intuition, and trust in the universe that everything will come up when the time will be right. But first, you have to open yourself for that. You have to open yourself for this healing, and also become more present, grounded, and have this intention, like I said, to reconnect with all these parts of yourself. So just look into that. What is there? Because behind all of this, it's a lot of potential. And with healing all of this, we are opening all our gifts, and really stepping in our power, and we are recognizing more who we are, what we want to do in our life, what really matters to us. So before we finish, I also wanted to share the activator of this month from the this year guide, because it actually shows the whole process that I am explaining now, the whole process of healing and taking back our these parts of ourselves. So here you can see the sleeping parts and reaching out for them with hands. And in order to do that, the best way is to be in our heart, and open our heart no matter how much it hurts. And you can see here our sexual chakra, our second chakra, and also base, because this will allow us to take energy back and really be more grounded and connected, and just more present in our life, and really become creator of our life and really create the life of our dreams. So here is, you can also see this duality, and this actually represents our ancestors and ancestral healing. Our family karma, lessons connected with our mother, and on the other hand with our father. So we are reaching out for these sleeping parts, and in order for that, you have to see and see things from your heart, because when we are in our heart, and when we are just an observer and not reacting to the messages and the truth that is shown to us, we actually see the things neutrally, the way they are. But when we are reacting to all of this, we are adding energy to this, and we are just putting drama, and we are going through all these unnecessary lessons. So just allow yourself to heal all of that, and just step in your power. And I know I'm repeating this over and over again, but I'm really encouraging you to do that. And in order to heal those emotions, your inner waters, and here you can see also in the picture, like all these layers, and how in order to heal all that, we have to be connected with source and also ground everything. You can see the stars here. So our star roots are then grounding, and we are actually embodying our soul, and we are then actually stepping on the path of our mission, and just living our purpose. So yeah, this is it. What I wanted to mention as well, if you want to support yourself in this healing, I just did a meditation to become one with the flow of the universe, where we were really working on our inner waters, on our emotions, because everything starts with an emotion, and this is then opening the gateways to reach the old memories. So if you want to have it, you can write me a private message or an email. And I just want to thank you all for joining me in this Facebook Live. And you can also find me on Instagram and on YouTube channel. And I really appreciate all your donations, for all the information that I'm sharing, because this is also allowing me to grow and expand and to make more free content like this one. So just have a beautiful day or night, I don't know where you're at, and see you again next time. You have a Facebook Live every Thursday, and check what is the time in your country. And yeah, that's it. I just encourage you. What I showed before is a planner, a guide that I create with Nina Tumajin, and we created together like these activators. So why I showed also this picture is for you to unlock things in your subconscious mind, and this picture is made for this month. So in this month, the presence of the ancestor, like they are here. So just ask them for help, ask them for healing. And yeah, if you want to have pictures or anything like that, to just support your healing as well, you can also PM me. And soon I'm also gonna share with you my web page that I'm rebuilding right now. So yeah, have a nice day and see you again soon. Bye. Let me just, I'm gonna also, yeah, I'm gonna also see if there is any question. Okay, no questions. So if you have any questions, you can also write them, and always write them in the comments. And I'm gonna try to include all your questions and suggestions also in the the upcoming Facebook lives. So don't be shy, just ask and let us open the gateways for healing. I'm here to serve, so whatever you need, just put it in the comment. Okay, now I'm really going. The third is a charm, so yeah, bye.